Okay, let's use the midpoint method now to calculate the absolute value of the elasticity of demand for watermelons if the quantity demanded increases from 40 to 60 after the price decreases from $5.50 to $4.50, right? Okay, so again, the price elasticity of demand, the way to calculate that is to find the percentage change in the quantity divided by the percentage change in the price. And again, we're taking absolute values to get rid of any negative signs. So we end up with a positive elasticity, right? Now, again, we want to be careful here because we're going to be using the midpoint method, right? Which means that the way we calculate these percentage changes or relative changes, because you can define this as a relative change in the quantity divided by relative change in the price. It's the same thing. It's just you cancel out the multiplying by 100%, right? But anyways, using the midpoint method, when we calculate what the change is relative to, we want to take the average of the 2 points, right? So, for example, with the quantity change, right, the change in the quantity will be Q2 minus Q1, right? Whatever, like the starting amount Q1 and then the ending amount Q2. We subtract those from each other, and we get the change relative to the average of the two quantities, right? So 1/2 Q1 plus Q2, right? And then we do the same thing for the price down here in the denominator, right? So we find the change in the price, P2 minus P1, and then divide that by the average of the two prices, right? The starting price and the ending price. So 1/2 P1 times P2. Okay, so in this example, we said that the quantity demanded for watermelons went up from 40 to 60, right? So that means the beginning quantity is 40, the ending quantity is 60. So the change is the 60 minus the 40, right? And then the average is 1/2 40 plus 60. Okay, so we have everything going here in the numerator, right? For the percentage change in the quantity or the relative change in the quantity, and then the relative change in the price here. Well, it starts at $5.50 and it goes to $4.50. And then we're dividing that by, again, the average, seeing how big that change is in the price relative to the average of the two prices, right? So the average is 1/2 $4.50 plus $5.50. Okay, so doing the math here, we find that the change is 20. The change in the quantity is 20. The average, 1/2 40 plus 60, well, that's 50, right? 1/2 40 times plus 60. It's 1/2 times 100, which is 50. And then the change in the price, well, $4.50 minus $5.50, that's just negative $1. And then the average of 450 and 550, well, 450 and 550, if you add them up, that's $10, right? And 1/2 times $10 is $5. Cancel the units, dollars divided by dollars, so we'll cancel the units here. So we end up, we have 20 over 50 divided by negative 1 over 5. And again, we're taking the absolute value of this because, again, we don't want any negative numbers for the elasticities. So 20 over 50, that's 0.4, right? And then 1/5, that's 0.2. So we see that the percentage change, or the relative change in the quantity is 0.4 using the midpoint method, and the relative change in the price is 0.2 using the midpoint method. So the 0.4 divided by the 0.2, and that gives us an elasticity of 2 for these watermelons. Okay, thanks.